Charles, congrats on the win. I think you closed the first quarter on a 12-0 run and then never trailed again for the rest of the game. And how pleased are you with never letting up in this one, it felt like, and just kind of keeping your foot on the gas through what seemed like the final 3.5 quarters?
Yeah, tremendous job by the team, by the players to respond. I think to come out with the appropriate amount of attention to detail and effort. The competitiveness was at like a really high level, and I think that they trusted the game plan throughout the game. They trusted each other throughout the game, defensively and offensively. I thought that the execution of pick and roll defense, the execution with shifts, activities, and getting some deflections on balls. And, it started with Melo's activity, I thought, early on in that one possession, and it might seem like something simple, but he's sitting at the nail. They try to throw it to the high quadrant. He gets a deflection. It goes out of bounds. And I just think all those plays, they kind of just add up, and they continue to give us an emotional boost. It also kind of deflates the other team, when you just feel like you can't get a piece of the paint, you can't swing the ball. And so love what we did on that end. And then offensively, the kick-aheads, the pace that we played with, the intentionality and purpose was really good.
And just a follow-up, you talked about starting the game with the right intensity. You spoke about the rebounding before the game to win the glass by 14. I think early on it was really one-sided in that first quarter. How much of that energy did you see in on the glass and just the way it was able to set a tone?
Yeah, great focus on the glass. We talked about throughout the year, we really talk about our first shot defense has been pretty good. And so we just got to remember to finish possessions. And this team, we watched it in the playoffs last year. They get extra possessions, and Hart's flying in there, Bridges is flying in there, Anunoby comes up with some, and then anytime Towns feels like he hasn't gotten a couple touches or it's not going down, he's a monster on the boards, and Achua too. So I thought the guys were just really focused and locked in on trying to finish every possession. And what I think in the first half, they had 5 offensive rebounds, challenged them to be better in the second half, and they only have 4 offensive rebounds. And so progress in a lot of different areas.
We talked pregame about building winning habits and stuff like that. When you have a game like this where you guys actually win, does it make your message, I guess, a little bit easier to the guys to show that if you do certain things that you guys can come out here with a victory?
Yeah, it definitely helps. But, I think that the process is the most important part. And sustaining the process, even with sometimes the results not being the way you want. If there's a good process and a bad result, I can sleep kind of easy on that front. It's when you have bad process, bad result. Those are the ones that really eat at you, I think. But I thought all night the guys were focused on winning habits. Miles Bridges coming in and taking a charge on one of those zone possessions in the first half. Nick Smith Jr., we're up 14, and he steps in and takes a charge. And I think, again, just those emotional lift and boost that it gives the individual but also our team is huge. And putting your body on the line, and I was really happy to see that.
And then also, we asked pregame about Mark Williams. Obviously, he had a double-double tonight. What do you see from him in terms of his I guess, force inside and battling with Cat as well?
Yeah, he did a really good job. We put him on a guard to start the game, and so obviously not a natural matchup for him, and I thought he did a great job. A little jittery to start the game and jumps on an Anunoby pump fake, and Anunoby drives him, and I thought from that point on he was really solid. No matter who we put him on, his center field coverage was good. Understanding when he's off the ball, how we still need him to be active, and he comes over and he alters some shots. And then the rebounding part, like to come over and then like help out on the boards. Miles a couple times is in there pushing Towns, and then Mark's coming in and helping rebound. So proud of his force, especially defensively, and then offensively, he just continued to just be a monster in the half roll and the seams, working the dunker on the glass. And when he plays like that, we're a really tough team on both ends of the floor.